Okay, so communion is on that day with the permission of our confessor, so we should check with him ahead of time, really. Then we could also do it the following Sunday. And I believe our Lord even told Sister Lucia that if his priest permit a little bit more latitude for very grave reasons, because it was his priest doing it, he would also find that acceptable.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so then on the second one, we have confession. Do we have to go to confession on that first Saturday, or is there some leeway there also?
No, there we have plenty of leeway. Yeah, basically you have a week prior to or a week after the first Saturday to go to confession. And even there, if for serious reasons, you couldn't even get in that time period, again, there with the permission of your confessor, even a little bit of latitude there.
So for those 8-day windows, both before and after, that's sort of built into the devotion,
Right.
and we don't need the confessor's permission there, right?
Correct.
That's just to give it. Okay, so that helps us to make sure we can get to confession. Obviously, probably better if I could get to my confession before receiving Holy Communion, because I better receive Holy Communion in a state of grace.
That for sure.
But hopefully, we're in a state of grace, and we're not, messing around with all the precipice of mortal sin. So that's the confession. What about the rosary and the meditation? Those must be done on the first Saturday as well?
Those must be done on the first Saturday, yes. Your rosary, you pray your rosary on the first Saturday. Is God willing, you're praying your rosary every day, so that, kind of wouldn't even really be a question. But yes, the rosary and the 15-minute meditation on the mysteries of the rosary, that is to be done on the first Saturday.
So just real quick, what would happen, for example, if the first Saturday rolls around and for whatever reason, I didn't pray my rosary that day. Should be praying it every day, but I didn't. Or I kept telling myself I'll do the 15-minute meditation later, and then got sleepy and fell asleep and never got the meditation. Then do I just sort of throw up my hands in the air and say, oh, well, I blew it?
Well, no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. It's a temptation, but no.
It is a temptation.
Don't succumb to that temptation, because while it's true that, see, when it comes to the rosary and the 15-minute meditation, that really is in your control. That's where you're able to also, just exercise your free will, and also, you yourself make that act of the will to give this, due importance and faith, love for our Blessed Mother, and fulfilling it. So, if you don't fulfill it, then definitely there you're more, we might say, let's say, culpable than with the question with the communion and confession. Well, you're obviously dependent also on, the priests, your parish. So here, if you do not fulfill it on that day, then no, you have not fulfilled the first Saturday devotion as it is required. But like David asked, I would say still, certainly don't give up. I would say you may not, you're not fulfilling the first Saturday devotion in such a way that our Blessed Mother's promise of those graces necessary necessary for salvation, that she's guaranteeing those to you at the hour of your death. You're not kind of, let's say, we might say kind of connecting into that promise. But most definitely, if, again, through human weakness, you fail to pray the rosary that day, or fail to do your meditation, and say the next day, like the Sunday, or as soon as you can. I would say ideally the very next day, make up for it. And, make every effort to the next day, or worst case scenario, maybe 2 days later, with faith and devotion, and even a spirit of contrition, because you failed there. Do your very best to pray the rosary, to do your 15-minute meditation. And I think it's we have, I think, very good grounds for believing that our Blessed Mother, again, in her goodness and tenderness and mercifulness as our mother, that she's also going to give us, special grace because we've done that. We haven't done it exactly, but it doesn't mean, you throw in the towel and say,
right,
I'll just wait till next month. No, you kind of get yourself going and do the best that you can. At that very moment, you don't know, you may not even be alive for the next month. So kind of tell yourself, I don't know how long, I don't know if I'll be alive for the following month. Right now, I kind of flubbered it up a little bit. I do the very best I can right now, and I leave it in the hands of my tender mother.
Thank you for watching this video. To help you practice the first Saturday devotion, Fatima Center has produced 2 booklets. The first is called The Magnificent Promise, which completely explains this forgotten Fatima devotion, which of course Our Lady has asked all of us to practice every single month. Now, most people find the meditative aspect to be the most difficult, and so we have a second booklet called The First Saturday Meditation Manual. With these two, you have all you need to practice that devotion every single month and console the Immaculate Heart of Our Lady. They're both available online at shop.thefatimacenter.com. So please get your copy today, get some for your friends, and then don't forget to share and like this video so that you too can help promote the full message of Our Lady at Fatima. May God bless you.